The Times is committed to reviewing theatrical film releases during the COVID-19 pandemic. Because moviegoing carries risks during this time, we remind readers to follow health and safety guidelines as outlined by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and local health officials. In Flag Day, Sean Penn directs himself as an inveterate criminal opposite his daughter Dylan as the child determined to love him. It's about ill-considered decisions and tarnished hope, and that's only what the characters play out. The film itself, an adaptation of journalist Jennifer Vogel's memoir, Flim-Flam Man, about the psychic legacy of her dishonest dad, is the other iffy parenting job. Since he first stepped behind the camera for The Brooding, Raw, The Indian Runner, in 1991, Penn's films as director have always fringed his career like a cloud that's equal parts atmospheric, hazy and rarely fanned away. When the deeply felt survival drama, Into the Wild, arrived in 2007, a turning point seemed at hand. But then 9 years later came the tone-deaf, posturing aid worker romance The Last Face, and one wondered if even what was admirably gritty and unflinching about Penn's directorial energies had been lost. Flag Day is at least partly a corrective. Named for the patriotic spot on the June calendar that's also the birthdate of Penn's untrustworthy character, John, the movie represents a more compact, and initially welcome, case of indie muscle flexing for him as director and actor. It's the first time Penn has directed himself on screen too. But as it stretches out, it also thins, its Malick-meets-Cassavetes ambitions never rising above clichés of technique and melodrama. As it turns out, a rocky combination of lyrical aims and tonal volatility ultimately leads astray both the idealistic, family-deserting bank robber Penn plays and the well-intentioned filmmaker struggling to mix myth, crime and a daughter's heartache into a cohesive work of feeling. Starting in 1992, when a failed counterfeit scheme of John's is explained to his estranged adult daughter, Jennifer, by a sympathetic FBI agent, a one-scene Regina King, the movie turns back to 1975 to start filling in the details of life lived in the swirl and shadow of a scheming dreamer. To young Jennifer's adoring eyes, Jadyn Rylee's in the childhood scenes, father's verve, cultural tastes, Chopin, and doting attention and nourishment. His lies and nervy disappearances, and being left with younger brother Nick, Beckam Crawford, to suffer with their increasingly depressed and alcohol-dependent mother, Patty, Katheryn Winnick, are the price Jennifer pays for those flashes of us against the world love.